evening. I'm Alyssa Taylor Stewart, Administrator in the Office of Equity, Engagement, and Partnerships, and I'd like to welcome you to Parent University. Tonight, we are so grateful to have with us some of our local nonprofit organizations who will share some of the resources and supports they offer to the LBUSD students, parents, and families. We're really excited tonight because we're streaming live on the LBUSD YouTube channel and also on Facebook Live. And our handle is @LongBeachUSD. So please engage with us either through YouTube or Facebook Live. Before I go any further, I'd like to introduce two very special people, two of our Parent University team members, Ms. Yolanda Huerta and Mr. Sam CHA. Welcome.
Buenas noches a todas las familias del Distrito Unificado de Long Beach. Les queremos dar la bienvenida en esta noche para que todos puedan ver las presentaciones de las organizaciones que tenemos aquí en la ciudad de Long Beach que les ayudan a todos ustedes. Muchas gracias por estar aquí con nosotros esta noche. Sam.
ជំរាបសួរនិងសូមស្វាគមន៍មកកាន់កម្មវិធីល្ងាចនេះស្ដីអំពីអង្គការមិនយកកម្រៃ Long Beach ខ្ញុំឈ្មោះ Sam កែវនិយាយភាសាខ្មែរសូមអរគុណ
Thank you so much, Sam and Yolanda, for that very, very warm welcome. As you listen to tonight's presentations, I encourage you to use the link in the YouTube frame and also on the Facebook Live frame to ask questions or share your comments. And please remember to include your name and contact information. If your question is not answered tonight, don't worry. Someone from our team will reach out to you this week to respond. Please sit back, get ready, get your pen and paper down to get some questions down, some comments down, some information down. And let's welcome our first presenter, Mr. David Leonard, the Executive Director of New Hope Grief Community.
Good evening, Alyssa. Thank you so much for having me here on Parent University. I'm super grateful for the opportunity to be able to share and to be in the midst of this amazing company, all you wonderful other nonprofiteers who are out there in the city, loving on people and making sure that we're standing in the gap for those in our city and those of those tuning in this evening, listening, wanting to find out how do I help my student, how do I help my family, how do I help their siblings. And I have the honor and privilege tonight to speak to you about New Hope Grief Support Community. We go by New Hope for short. I do have a presentation that I will be sharing with you to give you some information. But again, I'm just super grateful to be here with you guys this evening. So we are, I apologize real quickly. So again, my name is David Leonard and I get to serve as New Hope's Executive Director. We were founded in 2003 by a wonderful woman named Susan Beanie. She was a registered nurse here in the city of Long Beach. And for her, she had experienced a lot of grief and loss in her personal life and witnessing it in her job. And so she decided to do something about it. And she founded and started New Hope in 2003. Our mission is to help bereaved children and families to find hope and healing through connection and support. And New Hope's vision is to see bereaved children and families with strong support systems leading and living healthy and flourishing lives after a loss. And I want to pause there and just reiterate that when we say loss, we mean death. And that is what our organization is focused on. We also believe that grief is a very isolating experience for children and adults. And so we believe that we suffer in isolation and begin to find healing in community. Real quick, 1 in 15 kids before the age of 18 will lose a biological parent and or sibling. That is a lot of students, a lot of children. We know that the number doubles between the ages of 18 and 25, that 1 in 7 will lose a biological parent or sibling, but this is not accounting for extended family, aunts and uncles, grandparents who may be living under one roof. So we know that here in Long Beach, this number may be more like 1 in 10 who are experiencing that. And of course, with the pandemic, we all know people who have lost loved ones. We know that this grief can affect students academically, socially, mentally, physically. And so really, we're trying to provide a caring community, positive role models, give people healthy coping skills, peer support, encouraging educators and caregivers and adults and parents taking care of children who are grieving. So we have several ways in which we do that. We have resources. Our primary core program is through a peer support model. We say it like this: we know that grieving kids need our support, but what's really important for adults, I want to remind you that about the oxygen mask in an airplane, that when the cabin pressure changes, you got to put yours on first. So you must take care of yourself before you can do anything for anyone else. And in grief, we often want to turn to the children and take care of the kids, which is important work, but we also need to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves. And so for adults, we offer 8-week grief support groups that take place during the evenings from 7 to 8:30. Here in Long Beach, we offer them both on Zoom for now, but we will be transitioning back to in-person as the pandemic calms down. But you can see on my screen here, we have groups coming up. Some have already started, but we have some kicking off this week, and we have one starting in February. So you can always check our website to find out about our upcoming groups. They are 8 weeks, and they're open to any grieving adult in Long Beach, in the greater Long Beach area. Specifically for adults, we also offer support groups for those who've experienced the death of a loved one by suicide. So that is a specific group we offer. And we also offer groups for parents and caregivers who've experienced the death of a child, whether they're a child age, adolescent, or an adult child. We have a wonderful group for those adults as well. And again, these are open to any adult who's experienced the death of a child, no matter what the age. We also, in Long Beach Unified, we are grateful to be partnered with the Long Beach Unified School District. And so for over 10 years now, we have been offering grief support groups for first graders through 12th grade on local campuses. This semester, we are looking to be on about 10 to 12 campuses in the spring, starting in March. So if you are interested in learning more about this, you can reach out to your school counselor, find out if we're going to be on your child's campus, and you might be able to get them into our group. If we are not on your campus, speak to your school counselor, have them reach out to New Hope. We would like to partner and be a resource for your student's campus. We also offer groups for families. One of our major events we do is an annual family camp here in Long Beach at Campfire on Studebaker and Carson, where we invite the entire family to come out to be a part of a one-day retreat where you'll be with other families who are grieving the loss of someone special. And we'll walk you through activities as a family to really focus on hope and healing, and to build a framework for learning how to talk about death and grief and loss and how you can process it as a family and strengthen each individual family member. This is some of our photos from past campers at camp, having a good time. Coming up on February 26th, we have a Healing Art for the Art Mosaic workshop. So bi-monthly, we do family events. This is taking place. Again, it's on our website or social media. I'll share the info later with you, but these are events designed through the arts to come and find healing as you process the grief of your loved one with other families and with your own family. And also, we have done past workshops with Parent University with Alyssa and her team. And so if you go to their YouTube channel, you can check it out. We have them in Khmer, Spanish, and English, but the topic was the impact of grief and loss on children. And we specifically discussed ways that caregivers and parents and guardians can be supporting grieving students during this time. So if you'd like to connect with us, we'd love to connect with you. You can reach us at newhopegrief.org. All this information I just shared is there. Our phone number is there at the bottom, 562-429-0075. And if you're social, you can catch us on our social on Instagram at New Hope Grief Support. We post all of our upcoming events, and resources and groups. So we'd love to connect with you there. But again, we suffer in isolation and find healing in community. And we want to invite you to join our New Hope community so that you can get the tools and the resources that you and your family need to lead a healthy and flourishing life after a loss. So thank you to Parent University. Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you to all of you listening. And again, thank you to all of the other nonprofits who are here tonight to share their wonderful resources. We are grateful and thankful, and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much, David Leonard, for your presentation. I know grief is something that we don't like to talk about, but it's something that will more than likely impact each of us at some time in our lives. And we are so grateful to have you as a partner and support. You've done so much good work with Long Beach Unified, and we're just really happy to have you, and you're going to be continuing to do work with us in the coming season. So thank you, and you are appreciated.
Oh, thank you so much too.
Definitely. And I want to encourage our parents and guardians and caregivers again to engage with our presenters by asking questions or sharing comments in the YouTube video frame link, or now in our Facebook Live link as well. So we look forward to our next presentation, One Wish, One Need. We have Kristen Beckerdite, board member, and Julie McCall, board president. Share with us, please. One wish, one need. Thank you.
Alyssa, thank you so much. It is such an honor to be here among this group of nonprofits. Myself as a school counselor, outside of One Wish, One Need, I interact with a lot of these nonprofits, both for my students and my own children at home. So this is just such a great forum. Thank you. I'm gonna share my presentation here to tell you about One Wish, One Need. And really, this is an organization that assists families and kids really with essential needs and wishes. It was started by a group of educators, teachers, counselors, professors, who really saw that out in our community in Long Beach, there were a lot of needs that weren't being fulfilled, basic needs, necessities, but also just wishes that children have. So this organization was started to provide some of those in our community and to really work directly between the teachers on the board and the students that we serve in our classrooms. Our mission is to assist and connect kids and families with resources to help meet their essential needs and wishes. It's so simple, right? One wish, one need. We envision a world where everyone's essential needs are fulfilled and their wishes are realized. So I want to tell you a little bit more about what that means and what it is that we provide to the community, or what we do for the community. So we work directly with students and families in the greater Long Beach area, so Lakewood, Signal Hill, Avalon, and really it's a lot of teacher connection. So students make requests directly to us through our schools, through our classrooms, or through our website. We also work with small businesses and other Long Beach nonprofits to amplify the giving that takes place in our community already. Sometimes it's a family reaching out with a need that they have, and it might not be something that our organization can provide immediately, but we can connect them to the right people. So we do a lot of partnering in the community. And an example of that is we had some students who, you know, in the pandemic weren't really getting out of their house very much and needed a little more exercise, and they wanted to do some boxing. So we partnered with a local boxing gym to set them up with some lessons. Another example of partnering in our community is there is an elementary school in Long Beach, it was Lowell Elementary, who was doing a blanket making drive. And they made hundreds and hundreds of blankets. And then through One Wish, One Need, we were able to distribute those to some families that needed them right away. Like I mentioned, we connect people to goods and services that they need from our community. And One Wish, One Need also puts community members in touch with those resources, and sometimes so they can get those direct financial needs met. We don't give direct financial needs, but we're able to make those connections. We help about 200 students and families per school year. We started it in 2018, so we've made a big impact already, and we do hope to grow that every year. It started just at the local schools that we all work at, and it's really been growing across the whole district. So one thing we wanted to highlight for you was our first annual holiday boutique. So we had this huge event last month where we were able to give away 27 bicycles that were donated by a partnering nonprofit, over 1,000 pieces of clothing, jewelry, home goods, housewares that were all given by a Long Beach small business. So those were all donated by private donors as well. And we had students come through, go shopping to give holiday gifts to their family members, to their parents, to their grandparents, to their siblings. And everything was wrapped for them for free. They got cocoa and cookies. And it was this just amazing event where a group of middle school students got to come in and just go holiday shopping, like on a holiday spree. It was a really wonderful event and something that we hope to be able to replicate every year. So how do you request help from us? We have our website, onewishOneNeed.org. You can take a picture of that QR code. That'll get you directly to our request for help page. And it's, really basic information that we need, just pretty much how to get back to you. And we meet as a board once a month to go over all the wishes and needs that need to be fulfilled. So that's an easy way to connect with us and request a wish and or a need. And then you might be wondering, those of you out there, how can you get involved or maybe make a donation to One Wish, One Need? So we wanted to provide that information as well. Also on our website, onewishOneNeed.org. We do take donations that are monetary as well as goods. So again, if you're another nonprofit that wants to connect or just a private donation, kids ask for all kinds of things. Sometimes it's a pair of shoes for their sibling. Sometimes it's a new skateboard for themselves to get to school. There's all kinds of wishes and needs out there to grant. We are all on social media, so we hope you can connect with us that way. And that's what One Wish and Need is all about. So thank you so much.
Wow, Kristen, thank you so much. I have to admit, this is my first time hearing about One Wish, One Need. But I have to say, what a beautiful organization, bringing joy and happiness to our families and our babies, our children in Long Beach USD community. And I mean, it's really a nice, so much kindness. I mean, we're going through so much, everyone's dealing with a lot of things, but to know we have an organization like One Wish, One Need, who can bring some happiness and some joy and some light to families and students and children and so forth. So we are grateful for you sharing today, and we promise to promote your activities as you have them come up. So please share with us dates and deadlines and flyers and so forth, and we'll get them out to our families. Thank you. Now we're going to bring on Mr. Joel Gemino, Youth and Family Services Manager at the Center Long Beach. He's been a very involved and active partner with Long Beach Unified School District for many, many years. His organization has supported the LGBTQIA community in LBUSD and Greater Long Beach. And so we're just grateful to have him here today and share what you all do at the center and what support you have to offer our families. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. So honored to be here amongst, with the parents and then all of my colleagues here from different nonprofits. I'm going to go ahead and share the screen here. Hold on. All right, so hi, my name is Joel. I use he, him, and his pronouns, and like Lisa said, I am the Youth and Family Services Manager over at the LGBTQ Center Long Beach. We have been working with the district for just about a decade now on supporting lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and questioning students. And as you know, in Long Beach, we actually have a good deal of we have a quite a big population of out students at our schools. Not to say that we have more queer students at this school than at other districts, but because of our city and the diversity of our city, we actually find that we have a few more folks that are out. Now that, of course, creates, you know, some issues within how folks navigate these systems. And let me just tell you, we have been a part of the Long Beach community for about 41, 42 years. And right now, we are serving over 20,000 people per year. Our mission at the center is to advance equity for LGBTQ people through culturally responsive advocacy, education, programs, and services. And what we envision is fully affirming communities where LGBTQ people live in health, wellness, safety, and prosperity. So how do we do that? We have a lot of different programs. We have a huge list of programs, including mental health counseling, health services, which include HIV and STI testing and treatment, legal services. We have older adult services, domestic violence and intimate partner violence services that are specific to LGBTQ relationships. We do big cultural programming, like we do our own activities for Pride, which this year is actually happening in July, not May, as it usually does. But for the students, we'll still put on some things in May to make sure that they still have access to that during their school year. We also do a film festival in September and a big black and white ball. But today I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about our youth services particularly. And we have myriad services for youth, including one of our most popular is our Mentoring Youth Through Empowerment program. We call this shorthand MIGHTY. It's a daily drop-in space for young people that are 12 to 19 years old. So really that high school age primarily. It's a drop-in group and you get to engage in activities, resources, peer support. We also do life skills building and we have mentors there for young people to bounce ideas off of and help problem solve with the young people. And like any of our programs can be accessed by filling out a form online or even directly calling us. We want to make it as accessible for you as possible. And we also have email as well. So this is for our teens primarily. If you have a younger child though, perhaps maybe in middle school, 9 to 12 years old, we have a wonderful a peer activity group called Generation Q. And that meets, right now we're meeting every week online, but we also meet in the park. You know, once the surge dies down, we'll be meeting again in the park and doing some playtime with the young people. And it's just a wonderful space. And we also, what actually formed was like a parent group outside of that comes to the park as well, that gets to meet each other. And so parents can interact and get their own peer support. So, and if you have a child that is identifying as LGBTQ and you want to bring their sibling as well, we absolutely encourage that. But this is a great space for young people to really just be themselves and be able to talk about that freely. Now, speaking of parents, we also have a group called Transparent Families, and this meets monthly, and it's a support space for families and youth. So what happens here is we have young people gathering in one area, participating in a play group with art activities, with the ability to talk about some of the issues that come along with their identity, but also be around other folks that identify like them, which is an experience like really that isn't available to a lot of our young people elsewhere. And in conjunction to that, we have the parents meeting in a different space so they can offer each other support in how they are navigating the spaces for their children that are transgender. If you're interested in this group, your child does not have to be identifying particularly as transgender, as you know, we don't know what kind of vocabulary they're using for their identity. If you find that your child is more gender creative, and you want a space for them, feel free to reach out. We're happy to do a short intake with you and find you the right resource and invite you to this group if appropriate. We also have a group for 16 to 24-year-olds, which is traditionally in nonprofit world called the Transitional Age Youth group. And this is specifically for transgender youth who are 16 to 24 years old. And it's facilitated weekly by one of our members of the staff who is also transgender. And they're able to really discuss those current issues that are happening, whether it be in school or into that early transition to adulthood as well, into that independence. And then, of course, once your kids graduate, we do not leave them hanging. We have a 20-somethings group for anyone 18 to anyone out of high school all the way to the age of 29, although mainly this is for 18 to 24-year-olds. It's a weekly group that happens on Wednesday nights, and it's open for anyone to drop in. There's no real intake, and we have a lot of good connections. And with all of these groups, we do field trips, we do different sorts of activities. We really focus on trauma-informed practices and how do we make this peer support engaging for them as well. All of our services for youth, all of the ones that I mentioned, are completely free as well. So you'll never be charged for this. If you're interested in having you or your child access our mental health counseling, that is on a sliding scale, and that is available to folks that are over 12 years old. But if you have a child younger than that you would like to also get counseling for, you can absolutely call us, and we have some wonderful recommendations and referrals for you. The last part is that we also have parent workshops. I know that Parent University did a wonderful workshop back in, I think it was November, on LGBTQ students. We do these every other month as well. You can absolutely access it. We've had not just parents do this, but caregivers, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, anyone can come here if they want to learn how they can best support the LGBTQ youth in your family. And then, of course, before I let it go, I just want to say, a lot of people ask me, like, these are all great programs, Joel, but how do I know if my child is queer? What happens? What do I do? Well, one is to be open and affirming, regardless if you know or not. Open and affirming, making sure that your language around LGBTQ identities is one of affirmation and acceptance. That you are speaking in a way that is open and affirming to all family types, all family structures, because that is something that your kids will know. And if your child happens to come out to you, I just want to give a few tips around what that might look like for you. You want to, first of all, thank them for telling you. This is a really hard thing for young people to tell their parents and their caregivers. Be that model of acceptance. And even though we say coming out, I want you to think of this instead as this child is letting you in. Imagine your child has their own space. And we often think of like coming out, this idea of coming out as someone leaving a dark, dank closet into a bright world where everyone accepts them, but that is not always the case for our young people. Oftentimes, it is much darker outside of that closet for a lot of young people. So when we think about it, instead of them coming out, they have let us in. And we think about what happens when someone invites us into their space. We thank them first. We ask, oh, what are the rules here? How can I support you in this space? This is your space. And then we want to gather that information. Who else knows this? And who else can we share this with? And remember, this is your child's identity and they own this. So if they don't want to tell anyone else, absolutely not. But in doing so, you can be prepared to give resources and say, you know what? I'm going to reach out for my own resources at the center and I'm going to see what resources are there for you, and I'll present them to you. So I'm happy to have that conversation with any parent or caregiver or aunt or uncle, anyone who wants to support the child. And some of the things that we don't say real quick is, don't say to your child when they come out, don't say, I knew it. That's the number one thing I get. When I tell people I'm queer, people go, I knew it, Joel. I heard you listening to the Encanto soundtrack way too early or whatever, which is amazing. Actually, that's not gay. It's just Disney. But it's still so good. Don't say, are you sure? Or I never would have known. All of those things infer that there's a certain way to be gay, a certain way to be queer. And there's not. Your child is still your child, regardless of the behaviors they have. All right. And so if you want to contact us, which I hope you all do, if you want to either get involved with us or contact us about services, if I didn't mention something that was particular to what your needs might be, please give us a call, contact us, and I can help you navigate where that resource might be, or it might be there and I just didn't mention. So my email is jjamino@centerlb.org. Our website is centerlb.org. You can also email generally youth@centerlb.org. And then you can call us too. The number's there, 562-434-4455. So any of those ways, we'd love to have you there. And thank you so much. Appreciate the time.
Thank you so much, Joel. I appreciate your very enlightening and informative presentation. And, you know, we're all growing and learning together. And we have done some presentations here in LBUSD, and it's very, very important to us that we center the needs of all of our students. And so as we move forward, I'm grateful to have you as a partner and a collaborator in this work. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to move on to Ariana Shagun. She is a Community Health Justice Coordinator for Centro CHA.
All right, thank you for that introduction. Good evening, everyone. I'm really excited to be here sharing different services and resources that Centro CHA offers. And let me just share my screen so we can start that presentation. Great. So once again, my name is Ariana Sagun. I am from Centro CHA. I'm the Community Health Justice Coordinator there. And I'm here presenting on behalf of Jessica Quintana, the Executive Director. Centro CHA has been a nonprofit organization in the city of Long Beach for over 25 years. And our mission at Centro CHA exists to increase the quality source of programs and services that are dedicated to improve the social and economic development of low-income youth and families in the city of Long Beach. Our vision is the threat to do the thriving community is one of where investments for low-income communities and environments are a priority, and where residents are connected to civically engaged, working and living in sustainable homes, schools, and communities. And at Centro CHA, we do have a wide variety of resources, and I hope to share a little bit of each of those programs we offer currently at our organization. To begin with, we have the Immigration Integration Program at Centro CHA. So Centro CHA offers the opportunity for community members who are interested in beginning their citizenship application and start that process, very important process in their life. We can help with that. We guide them through the application process up to the very end and submit their application for them. Centro CHA also supports with the renewal of residency and DACA renewal as well. So once again, we go through the application process with our community members who are ready to start that process and guide them through it, answer any questions they may have. We also support with the certificate of citizenship if that's an option for them. And also many community members are not aware that there is a fee waiver opportunity for those who are eligible based on their income. And we also support with that application process and see if they're eligible to receive that fee waiver for their citizenship application. At Centro CHA, we, before pre-pandemic, we did have those citizenship classes where community members can take their classes at the site. Currently, right now, we do offer them with partners virtually, so that's still an option. And then community members can call us to do their mock interviews if they're ready to have their interview, right, for USCIS. So that's one of the programs we offer at Centro CHA. We also have a youth development program. So it's a youth diversion program that works to reduce violence and providing recreational programming that promotes the arts, the outdoors, sports, and science for young adults between the ages of 16 to 24. These are usually youth who have been either in the system or at-risk youth. So what we try to do at Centro CHA is enroll these participants in these programs that incentivize them to participate and be involved in their community. We do that through different services such as supportive services, paid work experience and internship opportunities, career and academic counseling, such as do workshops to prepare their resumes, and paid on-the-job training. So the youth come to our site and either work at Centro CHA or we offer them different off-site opportunities as well. For example, one of the opportunities that these youth can participate in is in the Long Beach Por Vida that we have at Centro CHA. It's an innovative social and economic enterprise program that focuses heavily in giving to promote culture, education, and career possibilities for vulnerable youth in the city of Long Beach. So in this program, they can learn a lot about screen printing opportunities, social media, graphic design, where they can create, right, and create their own logos and design their t-shirts and create social media opportunities for the youth. Another program that Centro CHA offers is the workforce development program for those who have been incarcerated before. So it's an opportunity for community members to come back and try to see and enroll in different job training programs, complete community service, and enroll in school, right, or be placed in the GED preparation classes. There's a wide variety of services that we offer through the workforce development program, such as mentoring. We have case management. We link these community members to different health, social, and legal services that they may need, and they can participate in restorative justice projects and civic leadership opportunities. Currently, Centro CHA also has a small business support. So we understand that the heart of the community is within the small businesses and small business owners and entrepreneurs. And thus, we have dedicated a large number of our services to promote the economy, that these businesses promote the economy by empowering these business owners, right? So Centro CHA can have offer business counseling, financial literacy. We can offer social media and marketing opportunities. We know that social media is very important to promote those small businesses. It's what we use now a lot. So it's an opportunity for small business owners to learn, right, how to use social media to their advantage and promote their business. There also are educational workshops that do happen almost weekly, both in English and Spanish for small business owners. And we can also support with applying for small grant opportunities and help you to go through the application process, submit the application, and follow it through. So it's a great opportunity for business owners. Again, this is also offered for small businesses who speak Spanish as well. Okay, and Centro CHA also currently has a family opportunity for families who have children under the age of 2 years old. It's a free opportunity for families to come and receive diapers and baby wipes. We understand that right now, these are essential needs that may be a burden, a financial burden for many families. So if you are in need and need that assistance, feel free to let us and contact us to receive diapers and other baby essentials. Of course, the children do have to be under the age of 2, and currently we are only offering these services for Long Beach families. But it's a great opportunity, completely free, and we do provide other different essential needs such as formula, clothing, and the baby wipes, of course. And this is the COVID-19 education program that I actually coordinate. So Centro CHA offers a lot of right now we understand that the pandemic has hit a lot of families in different ways. So we try to offer different services, right? And one of them is hosting a lot of community events that offer wraparound services to low-income, vulnerable communities. And at these community events, we have either, free food opportunities, we provide the diapers for families, we've done backpack giveaways, we invite many partners to come and table and provide information and resources to community members that attend. And that's all in the attempt to, bring all these resources and let community members know what's around in their community. Okay, and the COVID-19 education aspect of the program is that we try to connect community members to vaccination sites, testing sites, any other COVID-related emergency relief opportunities. We know that right now, especially because of the surge, it's difficult to find a testing site or find an appointment. So we try to help our community members that contact us find those testing sites or make their vaccine appointment, especially also answer those questions if there's still hesitancy for the vaccine. We try to provide fact sheets, have a conversation, answer any questions that you may have. We have those resources at Centro CHA through the Vaccinate All 58 campaign. It's with the California Department of Public Health. So we do have that information and resources. And so we do also educational workshops. We go on site to different locations to share these different information about the vaccines and testing opportunities. And so yes, again, Centro CHA does offer that assistance, also including if you need assistance with community resources. We do also seek and try to connect community members to different opportunities such as renting, utility assistance, housing assistance. We know we look up at other organizations in the city of Long Beach and try to connect those community members to those services and even support them with the application process. And I do want to share that Centro CHA does have a vaccination clinic and resource fair actually this Saturday, January 29th from 10 to 1 p.m. where you can go call us to make your appointment. All the vaccines will be available that day, including boosters and those vaccines for the 5 years and older. We actually had 2 events recently at Herrera Elementary School where 155 community members came out to get vaccinated. And then at Edison Elementary School on Saturday, this past Saturday, the 22nd, where 176 people received a vaccine. So we're hoping, the same turnout for Washington Middle School this Saturday. So if you want more information or would like to make an appointment, please feel free to call us below. And lastly, I just want to share to follow us on social media. I actually do lead what we call the Semana de Recursos. It is in Spanish. We go Facebook Live. And again, the idea is to connect all the community members to different community resources, events, workshops, opportunities through Facebook Live. So I try to share as many resources that are in the city of Long Beach, and we do that through Facebook. So please feel free to join us. We do usually do them every Friday, and information on that is on our Instagram and social media. So if anyone has any questions or would like more information about Centro CHA, please feel free to go to the website, or you can also contact me. My contact number and email is on the screen, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have about Centro CHA. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I hope everyone has a great night.
Thank you, Ariana. Wow, Centro CHA has a lot of great services and supports to offer our families. I know I had the privilege of working with you when I was at Cabrillo High School Expanded Learning Program with career readiness for our students. And so we thank you, we're grateful for you, and we just appreciate you being here. And please, parents, reach out to Ariana and her team at Centro CHA and take advantage of some of the amazing things that they have to offer us. So thank you. Next up, we have Marissa Semenseev, Executive Director, Long Beach Community Action Partnership. Welcome, Marissa.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I just want to say I'm in awe of the other nonprofits that are presenting tonight, and it makes me feel very proud to be a service provider in the city of Long Beach. And I look forward, many on the call I actually, or on this presentation I have partnered with, but I certainly would love to partner with other organizations as well. So thank you, and thank you for inviting me, and I'm very, very happy to be here. I will share my screen, and there we go. Hopefully everyone can see my screen. So I am from Long Beach Community Action Partnership. I am very, very proud to be the executive director. We are located in North Long Beach, and we have been operating for over 40 years. One thing that's really amazing about our organization is we are a community action agency. There are 1,100 throughout the nation. So it's really fantastic to be a part of a larger movement. So we have programs that are very specific to Long Beach and its local community. And I am here to share some of those programs with you. First, I would like to share who we are as Long Beach Community Action Partnership, our mission and vision. Let's see, let me move there. There we go. So we are committed to helping people today build their tomorrow through essential services, youth development, local partnerships, and advocacy. For our vision, we envision a thriving community that advances economic sustainability and celebrates an abundance of resources and opportunities. And I'm also really excited that for our organization, we have, the staff have come up with core values, and these core values are what we represent to our community. So our core values are teamwork, respect, integrity, compassion, and innovation. Moving directly on to our services, or I'm sorry, yeah, actually I'm going to keep going directly to our services because I have a lot of really good information to share that I hope will be really valuable to the parents taking part in today's presentation. One of our primary services is our energy services. We provide utility assistance payments. It is a one-time-a-year benefit, and we will assist in paying gas or the electric bill for income qualifying families. We actually provide the service in Long Beach, but also throughout the eastern Los Angeles border. So if you have friends or families that are along the eastern Los Angeles border and they need a utility assistance, please feel free to reach out to us. One of the great things that I'm very proud of is through the pandemic, we were able to receive additional funding. And as many of you know, the utility bills just skyrocketed for many people through the pandemic, especially because of the financial hardships. And with the additional funding we received through the state of California, we have been able to increase our utility assistance payments for families qualifying. And so we have done a lot to prevent shutoff notices, but we'll also help if you just have a current bill. So please reach out to our organization if you do need utility assistance payments. In addition to that, we also offer basic weatherization services. And so weatherization is basically minor home repair. And one of the things that we really strive to do is to increase the quality of life for the residents not only of Long Beach, but again, of the eastern Los Angeles border. And so we will come into homes, and we do an assessment on each home. And so the homes need to meet certain qualifying factors, but we can do everything from replacing appliances, windows, doors, air conditioning, heating. Again, the primary goal of the program is to increase quality of life. And these services are free of charge, as with all of our services within Long Beach Community Action Partnership. If you would like to see more information, you can go to our website and see if your family qualifies, or please feel free to reach out to my staff. We have a call center, and we certainly love to engage in the community and help provide as much information as possible on the utility assistance aspect, as well as the weatherization services. I also want to do a quick shift to share that we have also been provided with funding for water bills. This program will not come into place until maybe the end of the end of May or June. But the program is to help with all of the back payments for water services as well. We are very fortunate that in addition to the City of Long Beach, we will be able to provide that service also through the Eastern Los Angeles border. So if you'd like more information on that, please feel free to reach out to us. Again, that program won't be available until perhaps the end of May or early June, but that is something that we are looking forward to being able to assist our community. I would like to move on now to our tax services. We actually operate the volunteer income tax program throughout the City of Long Beach. It is, it's such a, I think, really important relief to be able to help people file their taxes and to understand how to file their taxes. We are very, very proud. The staff that we have working with the program, she's amazing. She actually will do multi-year payments, and those are offered not during tax season, but she's an expert in tax preparation, and we're very lucky to have local volunteers to help with the the tax preparation as well. We just launched that program, so we will be accepting appointments throughout this tax season. At the end of my presentation, I'll provide you with all the numbers that you'll need to contact, but we do encourage everyone to reach out. All of the tax preparers are trained and certified, and the services are free for those LA County residents that do earn less than $61,000 annually. And moving on to my next slide. So we are actually the public access channel for the City of Long Beach as well. Within our organization, we have a media center, and it's really one of those things that we also take pride in is to make sure that the residents of Long Beach have a voice for their community. So we do provide quality resources for anybody who wants to become a member, to create and share locally produced shows, news. We have a public access channel on Spectrum, which is channel 32, as well as Frontier, which is channel 41. And we also do live and play the shows on our PadNet TV. One thing that we are able to offer as well is classes, production classes, equipment classes, software classes, so Final Cut Pro and Photoshop, all of those classes we do offer to the community. Some of them do have a charge to it, but it's a reduced rate. But the quality of service and the quality of teaching, we take a lot of pride in. So that is our public access channel. And last but certainly not least is our youth programs. Our youth program is LAMP, Leadership Arts Mentoring Program. We do teach leadership skills through the arts. We focus on the ages of 14 to 24 for those youth that are living in low-income households. We have 5 disciplines that we offer. So we teach film and TV production, graphic design, music production, photography, and most recently, especially during the pandemic, we started an urban garden and hydroponics program. We are looking to start the Urban Garden and Hydroponics program next month. So we will be recruiting for new students at that time. For that specific discipline, it is 18 and over. And the garden is a wonderful, wonderful garden located in North Long Beach called Organic Harvest Garden. And it is also a paid internship. So the youth who commit to the program, it is an 8-week program, and they are able to receive stipends for the work that they put in through that discipline. And lastly, this is the information to contact our organization if you are interested in making an appointment or receiving an application for utility assistance. It is an 800 number. If you're interested in our PadNet, which is our public access channel, please call the number on the screen. And then we do have a main line for any tax assistance or youth services at 562-216-4600. And you can also visit our website, www.lbcap.org. And that will do it for me. Thank you. Again, I definitely want to thank the parent university and Elisa and LBUSD for allowing me to present today. And again, thank you to all the other nonprofits that are here today.
Thank you, Marissa. Thank you so much. So I'm very familiar with the LAMP program, and we also partner with you through the LBUSD Expanded Learning Program. The studios you have over there are amazing. So I'm going to encourage any young person that's interested in all of those areas of arts to connect with LBCAP and their LAMP program. But I also want to thank you for standing in the gap for our families right now, especially during these very difficult times. So thank you so much for sharing all that you have to offer at LBCAP. And we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We are going to move on to Miss Maria Alvarez, Program Director for Operation Jumpstart.
Hi, good evening, parents and caregivers. My name is Maria Alvarez, and I am the Program Director here at Operation Jumpstart. So let me just give me 2 seconds so I can go ahead and share my PowerPoint, and we can just go ahead and get started. I realized I actually put the slides opposite from my colleagues. I put my information in the first slide. So feel free to screenshot and jot down my information, my email, my phone number, and our website is on there. So for those that have not heard from Operation Jumpstart, we are actually a college access and success program here in Long Beach. So we work specifically with Long Beach Unified School District students and families. So we have 2 programs within the organization, and our first program is the college access program. This program, we begin students starting from 8th grade in middle school all the way up until 10th grade, and we provide one-on-one mentoring. So we do onboard volunteers into the organization. So any volunteers, mentors that would like to mentor and give back to the community, especially our youth, they are welcome. We provide free tutoring, so after school tutoring in our Learning and Resource Center, which I will talk a little bit more about later. We provide educational workshops. So we are an extension of what the Long Beach Unified School District is already doing. We provide social events, cultural events, college tours. We love doing college tours for all of our students in the organization, and fun monthly activities and a lot more. Scholarships are also part of our program. We do provide scholarships to our students. They earn it by each semester that they're involved in the organization. So I'd like to say that we pretty much pay our students to be in the program, just because every semester that they're in the organization, they earn $250 scholarship by doing 2 things, right? By being involved in the organization, so attending our events, 75% or higher, and earning a 3.0 GPA. So if those students do those 2 things, they will earn, again, the scholarship, and they will be dispersed when they are in college. So I like to say that they have a piggy bank or a bank account, and you know, we will disperse once again they're in college. So that is another way that we love to incentivize our students throughout their tenure in the organization. Then we have the College Success Program, which begins in the 11th grade and all the way up until college completion. So our sophomores that are in the College Access Program automatically are enrolled into the College Success Program. And this is a little bit more intense because we're preparing all of our students getting ready for college, right? We really hold them accountable in this process, in this program. We make sure that we talk about colleges, not only the local ones, our Long Beach City College or Cal State Long Beach. We make sure that they know that there's a college for every single one of them. A lot of our students are only familiar with their surrounding colleges. You know, for example, again, Cal State Long Beach City College, Dominguez Hills, right? They aspire to go to these amazing schools like UCLA, USC, but they don't know about Humboldt University, you know, right, in NorCal, or they don't know about SoCA University. They don't know about all these other range of colleges and universities. And our job is to make sure that they know about all these other campuses. In addition to, we also provide academic advising. Like I said, we do meet bi-weekly with our juniors and seniors, one-on-one counseling, which I'll touch a little bit soon, educational workshops, parent workshops. We also have parent workshops monthly to all of our parents that are involved in the organization. Very similar to Parent University too, but specifically for our parents in the program. Youth Leadership Ambassadors, I like to explain, we have an ASB within our organization. So we have our leaders within the program that always want to help us plan events. Again, free tutoring, SAT prep, trips. We provide internships, annual mixers, again, with the scholarships, and we celebrate College Signing Day because that is a huge commitment to all of our youth, especially our first generation youth that really aspire to go to college and don't know about the resources that are out there. I know a lot of our students in the Long Beach Unified School District, even our parents here today, right, that want their students to go to college and don't know where to start. You know, what is a website? What is FAFSA? What is, if our student is undocumented, what can I do? What colleges can they attend? So we provide all of that information to our students and parents, and we give them a step-by-step guide, and we sit with them one-on-one, whether it's in person or virtual, and we make sure that they know what are their choices, what are the requirements, so they can successfully get accepted and graduate, because that is another obstacle, right? Getting into college is one thing, but making sure we graduate them on time is another thing. A lot of our students, face roadblocks while they're in college, and we need to make sure that those roadblocks are talked about and we give them options, right? We give them options. A lot of our students that want to take a step back, for example, they would like to get a full-time job to support their family income, any other thing that happens in life, right? We want to make sure that they know they can actually come back to their campus if they file a leave of absence. A lot of our students just, peace, I'm out, I'm going to withdraw from my classes, I'll see if I come back next semester. But again, they don't know they can actually formally do that and perhaps, save their seat and come back the next semester. And again, I mentioned a little bit earlier about our OJS counseling. So we do have an internship programs. We enroll interns that are getting their master's degree in social work with local universities. So we're partnered with Cal State Long Beach, Cal State Northridge, just to name a few. We provide these services to all of our students, again, from 8th grade all the way up until college completion. We do make sure that especially our college students are in contact with these counselors, again, just to make sure that they're enrolled. And if there are roadblocks, we make sure we talk about them and give them the resources that they need to make sure they graduate. And the Learning and Resource Center, as I mentioned earlier, is pretty much a drop-in basis and also appointment based for all of our students that just want to come and do their homework, get tutored, use our internet, use our printer, use our supplies, anything that they need to complete a project, or just have that camaraderie with the rest of the students in the organization, peer tutoring, right? So we do provide this resource to all of our students in the program. It's after school. And we also do it virtually, right? So we also have this option for all of our students. So that is it about Operation Jumpstart. I really hope all of our parents here today really consider in applying for their child. Again, the main goal in this organization is to help Long Beach Unified School District first generation, lower resource, high potential, get into college and graduate from college. So again, thank you to everyone for joining here today. Feel free to reach out to us. We are actually recruiting students as I'm speaking. So our application is online. We will call you and we will make sure we set up an appointment so you can drop in and do the rest of the requirements that it is to get you onboarded. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maria, for sharing about Operation Jumpstart. Music to my ears, academic support, college going, student support, student success. I know many students who have benefited from Operation Jumpstart. You've been a wonderful ally and support for Long Beach Unified students for a long time. So we are very grateful that you're here to share and get the information out to our families, our parents, our caregivers, our students, and all the greater Long Beach community. So thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, definitely. So last but certainly not least, we have an organization that has been a friend to Long Beach Unified School District for a long time in so many ways, the Assistance League of Long Beach. We have Wendy Pardon, Operation School Bell Administrative Assistant, and Christina Mansour, the Operation School Bell Chair. We are grateful to have you, Assistance League.
Thank you for having us. I will share my screen here, hopefully. Okay, let's see. There we go. This is a picture of our campus, and we just remodeled in 2018, right before the pandemic hit. We have two buildings, so we call it a campus now. We have our main philanthropic center and also now our children's center. And our mission is transforming the lives of children and adults through community programs. These are just a picture of our two different buildings. And this is, we have 11 philanthropic programs here at Assistance League, and we're going to concentrate on two of them, our orthodontic program and Operation School Bell. But we do have all these other programs, and you can learn about those on our website. And our contact information is at the end of the PowerPoint. These are, I already said, the programs we're going to talk about. And I'll give it over to Christina so she can tell you about Operation School Bell.
Thank you, Wendy. So Operation School Bell started in 1975. And once Long Beach Unified decided to go the uniform route, we partnered with Long Beach Unified in 1984. So our goal was to provide uniforms, free, brand new uniforms, school supplies, and backpacks to any student within Long Beach Unified from transitional kindergarten through high school. And the reason why we decided to partner with them is also we also wanted to help any of the underserved students within Long Beach Unified, so we can give them the same playing field as all the other students. Like, you know, because sometimes we see children coming in wearing their older sister's uniform. So we wanted to give them something of their own. So for an elementary school student, they will receive a backpack or a drawstring bag, depending on the grade level they are in. 2 brand new polo shirts in their school colors, along with 2 bottoms. It's 1 pant, and the other one could be a pair of shorts or a skirt. 1 hooded sweatshirt, socks and underwear, and school supplies in their backpacks. And then for middle school students, they get a drawstring bag. It's almost like their PE bag. And they will receive 3 polo shirts, 2 pants, 1 hooded sweatshirt, and a toothbrush and toothpaste. And then for the high school students, we are finding more that the students prefer to wear their spirit wear. So we usually work in partnership with the high school PTA and mimic their clothing that they would sell through their PTA store. So we've worked with Lakewood, Wilson, Cabrillo, and in that instance, they will receive a hooded sweatshirt in their school logo and color, and 2 t-shirts. And also once they receive their bags of goodies from Operation School Bell, they will also receive an application for their orthodontic program. And so Wendy will take over and explain the orthodontic program in greater detail.
So our orthodontic program has operated for over 50 years here in Long Beach. And now that we're in a brand new children's center, it's a picture of then and now. I just really like this picture. So what ends up happening is we have in each child's backpack, they have an application in there, and they are able to call and make an appointment to come in for what we call a screening. And so what happens is an interested family will come in and they will meet with our member volunteers to determine their eligibility. It is for low-income families. It is fee-based. We don't accept insurance. However, we work with the family to make sure that they can afford the program and then determine a comfortable payment for the family. And each family will pay for the program only while they are in the program. And it usually lasts about 2 years is the average for the orthodontic treatment. There is a $100 setup fee, and then payments are monthly. And the doctor will determine whether the child is ready, so we can take kids that are in kindergarten all the way until through high school. We prefer that the kids be able to complete the treatment while they're still in high school, because if they go off to college, then oftentimes they're not able to complete their treatment, and we would rather them complete their treatment if possible. And their treatment also does come with free retainers as part of the initial treatment plan. These are some of our success stories, and we take kids from all over Long Beach, Lakewood, Signal Hill in the area, or if they live elsewhere but they do attend school in Long Beach, we will accept those children as well. And here's our contact information. Feel free to call the office at any time and ask for Christina or myself. We'd be happy to answer any of your questions. You can also learn about all of our different programs right on our website. And I realize I didn't put that on there, but it is allb.org. And thank you so much for having us this evening. I've learned a great deal of information that I didn't have before, so I really appreciate being included in this.
Thank you so much, Assistance League. I remember my first schools here in Long Beach Unified when I was working at Lindsay. So I first heard about Assistance League many, many years ago, and you supported our families with uniforms, our students with uniforms, and you continue to support our community, and we're really, really grateful for you and all the work you've done with Long Beach Unified School District. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, that brings us to the end of our nonprofit workshop tonight. I want to thank you a big thank you to our parents, our guardians, our caregivers, and the entire Long Beach Unified School District community for being with us tonight. Thank you to our Parent University team. Thank you to our team at MMS. And thank you to all of our amazing, amazing, awesome, caring, kind, supportive, nonprofit organizations that shared with our families tonight. We're grateful for you, and we're here to support you in any way we can. Take care of yourself, and have a blessed night. See you soon.